Hey there, everybody. So sorry about the delay. Let's see, the had a meeting go long, but it was a good meeting. I really enjoyed it. And point is, the yeah, it's me, CJ. Um, let's see, the woo. Thank you, heroes. I appreciate it. Hey there, B-man. Thank you, Eric, for understanding. Yeah, it's been it it is very hot in here. I don't like genuinely. It is let's see, what's the temperature in Denver right now? Today it was in like the upper 90s and my air conditioner has been fighting to keep it 82. What do I mean it's you? I don't remember. I don't even remember saying that. But yeah. So we are going to oh here's what the data deletion script looks like for Python. Um but yeah, the where did I put this? Yeah, I fixed some stuffs earlier today. Let me reload this so that it all shows up. Oh wait, I have to make that reminds me. Okay. I need to actually modify this because I downloaded a new tool, which is better, called Aftman, that is definitely a uh, let's see. Okay. What was it? Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Looks like Insomniac and GTA. Oh, you're streaming the Arkham Knights finale while you stream. Uh, yeah. Hello, fans of Zone. Uh, yeah. Enjoy the stream. Oh yeah, no, it's been hot everywhere. It's a heat wave. Um, but yeah, so I think in terms of me being like Insomniac at GTA 6, you take your time making a game and it comes out very good. I hope so. Imagine if I took all this time and it came out bad. That'd be bad. I guess it would. Yeah, but yeah. So let's actually go over and all right. So we can just let's make a new one called aftman.toml. It's a good tool. I like it. Okay, so let's see what things we're missing. So we have luau LSP, run in Roblox. I don't really use that. Spreadsheet to luau. Don't really use that. Style luau. Do I use that? Fully update. It's no longer needed. Sudo enum. Use that. File to luau. I do use that. So, and file util. Okay, so we have these ones to take over and translate. Um, let's see. We'll tell you if it's bad before you release law. That's true. In fairness, I never for once thought that my community would sugarcoat something. Um, that is not something they've been known for. Um, it's more like, you know, endless repetitions of basically the way it works is y'all need to break me every time I have a bad idea. I'll be like, hey, yeah, we should do this. And you'll be like, we don't want you to do that. And I'll be like, no, you'll love it. And you'll be like, no, we don't want that. And then about 6 months later, I usually change my mind. So, it's a process. I work through it. Okay, so let's give that a shot. Okay, so Aftman. Oh, sorry to hear that, Squid Stick. Aftman install. Yeah, good to see you too, Grizz. I don't really have a percentage in mind, That's like, Why does this happen to me every time? My goodness, it's frustrating. Okay, so we have to there's something about the way I zip up my builds that is leading for it to not work. Um, so let me go to File Util. Nightcycle slash File Util. Okay, so the you've been streaming for nearly 4 hours. Dang. Yeah, no, no. Every time I change a mechanic, y'all are gonna get like an apology video. It'll be like, hey guys, I messed up. I was like petting a cat or something. It'll be looking really sad. The footage will cut like 20 times. Let's see. Wonder if I'll ever have to make an apology video in my life. Don't get me wrong, I've been a jerk and like I make mistakes, but like I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good at staying all right publicly. We'll see. Let's see the Travis Scott apology video. Oh yeah, that was rough. Okay, okay. So also, I just finished watching what's it called? What is it called? Kaiju number 8. I really liked that. It was a good show. Everyone tells me it gets worse in season 2, so I'm a little bit sad to hear that, but I'm excited. I liked it. It felt like it did a good job. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just currently going through and they really did. Well, that makes sense to me. I don't know. Celebrities are their brains work differently, you know? You know what I mean? Like just there's just the kinds of like it's like that Imagine video during COVID. Like just a complete disconnect from the general humanity. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get the thing to work. All right, yeah, it worked. Success. Okay, so now I can reload the window. I really what do you I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm not good at hearing I like at noticing like the sort of names behind anime, like all the studios blend together, all the bands. But I can say I really did like the intro. I really did like that. The intro. I think I even added it to my Spotify. Let's see, what was it? It was either the intro or the ending song. It's one of those two. Yeah, and the sequence itself was very trippy, which felt good. Abyss. Okay. Oh, your age says Gen Z, but your internet knowledge says Boomer. I'm curious what you mean by that because I don't know boomers who have too much internet knowledge. So the fact you're here is, very Gen Z of you. Um, yeah, but no, like, yeah. So, but Grizz, in terms of when the game's going to be testable, right now I'm working on getting the power systems to kind of work, and then once the power systems kind of work, then I go through and finish up the customization system. And when I have the customization menu and the power systems, and the map's already mostly done. Well, at least for initial release. Then that's when we publish a version of this playable on Superhero Life 2. And then we keep on iterating it, building out the rest of the game, like base customization, uh, you know, rest of the map, all that stuff. Um, then once it's built out, we do the full switch. Um, let's see. Squid Stick, Notorious Paradox. That wouldn't be a bad band name, Notorious Paradox. Not sure if that'd be like a rapper or like a Japanese anime singer. Survive Said the Prophet is a very good song. I'm just remembering like different anime songs I like now. Like yeah, the one yeah, the one that they did for the Viking show. What do they call that? The Viking, you know what I'm talking about. The Viking show, which is really good, which had good music. There can't be too many that fit that definition. Um, I'll look it up. Viking anime. Vinland Saga, that was it. The okay, so we have that in there. Um, let's see. Do I still have Riz? I don't have a functional camera, I'll tell you that much. The let's see, what's my battery at right now? Okay, that's 94%. If we run out of batteries, I should probably sleep. The okay, so we have Sanctuary City, Spruce Analytics. It's so hot in here, my goodness. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna check the thermostat. Because that's the thing, the thermostat was working fine. I don't know if it's just because this day's really hot, but like my goodness, it does not care. Okay, cool. What do you guys think prog means? Prog time, date, and hold. It's gonna prog on. Oh, wait, that's probably program. So on? No. Okay. I'm just hoping that at some point the cooling works again because I can feel it coming out of this one vent. It's just it doesn't keep on going. Like I could feel it coming out of this. It's just not enough. Okay. Program, yeah. Autistic Riz? I do very much have autistic Riz. All my exes can tell you this. Um, the Nobody ever dates me because they think I'm normal. They date me because they got sick of normal people. I'm like, well, maybe this autistic guy is what I need. And sometimes it is. Yeah. No, yeah, there's a type of person for everyone. Um, though there are things you can do to make yourself accessible to more people. Like, there are people who like me because I'm autistic, but they probably wouldn't have given me a shot if I didn't, dress a bit better. So, you can be autistic and aware and strategic about it. Learn some basic social skills, even though it's not as easy. Dress well, make sure your hair's not too messy, and that'll get you like 90% of the way. Like, you'd be shocked how nice people can be to you when you dress okay. Doesn't even got to be like in a suit or something. In fact, I would not recommend any of y'all wear a suit. Yeah. Glad to hear, hero. Yeah. Then you probably got it before I did because I didn't get it till I was pretty old. Oh, actually, you're in college, right? Okay. So late high school. I didn't get it till I was 17. So um, let's see. The what is okay? So we need to get to work on this. Okay. So file till everything's kind of working. Yay. Okay. So what do I need to do? We have. I think what we were doing is we were deciding. We were strategizing. I think being yourself is good. You don't want to pretend to be someone else, but you do want to pretend to be the best version of yourself, you know? Like you want to dress your nicest. You want to, be proud of yourself, you know? You want to see you want to improve yourself on the metrics that you care about, you know? Honestly, I think that's a cop out because Batman thinks of himself as Batman. So it's still just be yourself. Let's see. What was it? What was I doing? Mm, oh yeah. All right. So I'm gonna reorganize how I do all of the power data stuff. Okay. So trying to think how can I layer these things together? Because it's got to layer in a way that it's compelling, but at the same time, it doesn't become too overbearing. Okay. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Okay. I need to graph this. So let me actually open up Obsidian. Yay. Okay. Woo. Okay, so let's see. What is that? Okay, so let's go to powers. Let's see. Power layering. Okay, so let's is this right? How do I do these in markdowns again? So like this. Okay. Oh, it looks like it'll just help me out. So I can press insert table. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have the what's it called? So we have inputs. So primary, secondary, jump, sprint, move. Okay, so we have these. Hmm. Will the color orange be added? Only if y'all will behave. Okay. Let's see. So we have inputs. Now we have to figure out how we actually map those. Okay, so we have inputs. We also have passive effects, right? attacks, actions, left hand actions, movement override, visual override. The question is, how do I layer these? Because the thing is, you'll have like, let's say that you have like a single, like, you can have like a sword. Actually, a sword would be sword, gun, flight, flight, flight. And so all of these were taken out, but technically you could have a movement that like, heals you based on how much you run, but also you wouldn't want to necessarily layer those. And then let's say that you have like a sword, which like when like you sprint, it like, then you have like this kind of weird fight over what the input should do. Hmm. Such a headache. Because I want it to allow for like for stuff. Let's see. So we have visual override. Will you be adding life? Um, mm, we'll see. That well, maybe as a DLC with oxygen. Hmm. Let's see the passive effects. I guess a passive effect shouldn't even be on here because it's not triggered by anything. Um, jump override, print override. Why did man get ambushed by assassins? Is he stupid? Possibly. But that is a kind of dummy move. Um, it's crazy how much flight just takes over this entire thing. be cool if there were like different attacks based on how these would combine together. Like like the okay, well, so these are the action slots. Question is, do we also need like an equip slot? You know, like okay, so we have like right hand, left hand, chest, back, left foot, right foot. Let me. I'm gonna have to add. Can I add a add column before? Come on, add column before. There we go. And then, well, the thing about keybinds is I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but at the end of the day, most of the players of this game aren't PC. You know, I know y'all are mostly PC, and so I'm gonna try to support PC stuff well. And like I'm on PC, but at the end of the day, whatever I come up with, if keybinds are necessary, it's a bad design. You know, like if we have to have keybinds for this to work, this means that no mobile player will ever be able to use it. You know, so it's kind of like that's something we'll talk about after we have a good basic system. Um, let's see. So I guess single, dual. What am I even equipping here? Okay, so I think I figured this out. Different actions will only be triggerable based on what is available in the matrix, in a sense. Um, the question is, if you try to equip something without any available actions, should it even allow equipping it? I guess it should, and then he just cancels out the other thing. Okay, so single, dual. Um, hmm, let's see. Batman gets ambushed by a group of assassins, says the coldest line. He says, "You're relieved." I relieved in my pants because I'm scared of assassins and I could never be Batman. Um, Also, maybe I'm getting old, but I feel like I hear on TikTok the coldest line in fiction like 20 times a day. My goodness. Either it's a battle where it changes very frequently, or some of y'all are not being honest about what the coldest line is. Let's see. The I don't like that I can't delete this line here. Welcome to TikTok. I don't want to be welcome there. Can they speed up the banning? I found a release game where I kept releasing a Batman to the wild to a slow now. Release the Batman. It's funny. Um, so okay, so I think the question is in a situation where a primary action, where there are two primary actions available at the same time, how do we decide which one it should do? Because we need to be able, it has to resolve to a single action. Customizing it would be nice, however, yes, so the chorus line mistakes were made, and then it cuts to the music like "Ah-hee, ah-hee." Mistakes were made. Yeah, the I need to figure out how it can determine when a input. Okay, this is a headache, but if I could figure it out, I'll have a pretty good basis for the combat. Having it scan the player's brainwaves for inputs instead. Ah, yeah, should have known. Just do a brain scan. Why do all of my design decisions come down to that? You know? But right-hand actions, left-hand actions, moving over. Dang. Okay, so if I equip something, okay, let's imagine for a second. I have just equipped a sword and a gun, and so beforehand. So let's say we're going from double guns to equipping a sword for a second. Okay? So I equip a sword. Sword goes here. So let's imagine that there's like a sprint move that you can do with a gun and a sword. Which of these should win out? Unlimited power. Yeah. Welcome, Ryan. Yeah, right now we're trying to determine how to solve for different for dynamically layered powers where two of them could have a single overlapping input. Like, do we just stick with? Because I don't want to just stick with the first one that was equipped. Um, so I'm trying to find a way to make it like cancel out the other thing. But the problem is you can have multiple different actions for a single equipped thing. Ooh, enjoy, Ryan. I'm here if you have any questions. Let's see. Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's a good point, Joe. You can just spam the screen with buttons and then have the computers be the better way to play it. It's just like I don't. I really want this to feel good on mobile. Like I don't know how many of y'all play Roblox on mobile. There are very few well optimized move sets. I think it's very clunky a lot of the time, and I want to do it right because this is the time for me to do it right. If I do it wrong here, I'm gonna be stuck with it being wrong for the next 5 years, you know? Yeah, yeah. It's a hierarchy because like okay, let's imagine you have a right mouse click plus sprint combo, or something, you know? Like let's say that you have all of these let's say that the you can either have just a primary one or you can have like a super speed one that's just sprint. Like how would you know if they're doing the sprint combo? Okay, I figured it out. Okay. I'm just gonna have it so that if you're ever doing a combo, it will if you're ever doing a combo, it will not trigger the smaller one. And then the and then if you have two combos with the exact same inputs, we'll just have it dequip the initial power. Like it should literally scan beforehand. Hey, do any of these powers, you know, I guess I could have it be mutually destructive. But in a situation where they both, like, let's say that, I guess we could tie the equipment slot with the, we could start tying it to the equip slots, kind of. And that way we never have more than one primary trigger for it. Oh, sorry to hear that, Zone. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad you liked it on mobile. I did not design it with mobile in mind. If you liked it on mobile, that was a miracle. I've always been very unhappy with how the mobile experience is right now. But I guess because I made all the buttons very big, didn't try anything too fancy, it worked out. Is it raining? It's weird because the clouds look like rain, but it's very sunny. But yeah, so question is, how do I guess a pure sprint thing would be like feet or something. Jump thing would be like legs. And then like move would be like and then move would be a like torso. So okay, so that's how we're gonna get it to work. We're gonna have the okay. Oh, sorry to hear that, Chris Terminator. Yeah, Superhero Life 3 made itself more complicated, and I didn't think before that point. I kind of just took for granted that all my games would work on a mobile device because I never made anything too fancy. And then I made a very fancy giant map in Superhero Life 3, and that immediately crashed every mobile device. It is one of the games. That is true, right? Yeah, one of the games made by some talented people who went on to make better games afterwards. Yeah, I mean, like I think that superhero games succeed to an extent on a degree of grind. Like you want to feel yourself get more powerful. You know, you want to have that like that shonen protagonist like, you know, training sequence where you level up in a certain way. So I think I'm not actually opposed to a game being a bit grindy when it's in that genre. It's just you want it to be more than that. You know, you don't want it to just be like a simulator or something. You want it to actually have those action moves. You want the build up to mean something other than just a bigger number. Um, Okay. All right. So I think I figured it out. Um, so let's go back to the data. And I guess passive ones can just be layered indefinitely or head passive. This is going to lead to some weird situations where like you won't be able to use mind controlling with like laser eyes, but whatever. Um, no, we don't have to bind it to anything. We can just, okay. Let's just, oh, but there's also crouching. That's a good point. Uh, crouch. I think we can just have some of them be fully abstract, you know? Like if they were, maybe we can have like a domain thing where like everything can mess with the torso and head, but only like these ones can like mess with these, you know? Brick Bronze is still out? I thought they shut that down. Okay. Oh, best of luck with the pasta, Ryan. The I think that the Superhero Life remake map was kind of cool. Wish I finished it. Heroes Online has a great system for making your characters more powerful. They closed it because amateur brought robots copyright. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's you just don't make an anime rip-off game if you're not safe with the rights. You know, it's such a risk. I mean, there's some really good. Honestly, though, no, I'm blaming the wrong people. I'm blaming the developers. But really, um, you should be able to be Batman. You know, at this point, like it should like intellectual property should not last 100 years. Y'all should not have to wait until like what 2117 before you can be Captain Cool Guy. You know, like it's a bit silly, isn't it? I just wish that in these media where the character itself is not the interesting part. Because like no, I can understand why like a car manufacturer might value intellectual property because there's actual like research and engineering that goes into this. A good creative can take any topic and make something good out of it. You know, like you don't need like you can make a bad Batman movie. You know, and you can make a good Guardians of the Galaxy movie. You know, like the character themselves does not have to be this perfect character. You can have it have kind of a mixed history. Heck, you can make a good boys TV show for a bit, then it catches up to you. Like it's the person creating that specific media, not the overall. Not the idea guy is never the one who makes it work. You know, like yeah. I mean, here's my stance on um, superhero life copyright stuff. If you make a copy of the game, the only way you're allowed to monetize it is through donations. You know, because you should be supportive for what what you've made, but at the same time, like I don't want to have to, be super, um, worried that every single thing I share is immediately going to be used against me. Like, because I don't just share the ideas. I literally stream the development and open source most of the code. Like if I don't hold on to at least a little bit of the idea that you can't just take all of this and make your own thing, then yeah, like there's a difference between saying that if you make this from scratch, like okay, this is an example. The remake, the other Superhero Life 2 remake, I'm so much more in favor of than like someone re-uploading Superhero Life 1. Does that make sense? Because then they still created something. Like, and honestly, maybe I shouldn't even be doing like the whole like you can only monetize through donations thing. I just Here's my worry. Right now, I've been pretty good at not over monetizing Superhero Life 2. You know? I don't want somebody to just go in and make like a predatory version of the game. Does that make sense? I guess it wouldn't even be the game. I don't know. We'll see. I might honestly, I think in terms of my trajectory, I'm going more in favor of everything I do is open source, go make it, rather than like I should own every single thing. I feel like that's the direction I'm heading. Like I'm just not there yet. Okay. But yeah, like if one of y'all made a profitable Superhero Life 2 game, please let's talk about it. But I don't know if I'd be like definitely like, oh, you need to take this down. Like oh, you cannot earn money from this. Like just I'd want to be part of the discussion. And I feel like that's the issue with a lot of like the IP games on Roblox. Like either like this never feels like a discussion. It's more like they come in and they say, no, you gotta take this down. Like you haven't made a game in this market. It's like when people from a different country pirate something because the currency doesn't transfer well. It's like you literally did not sell it here for in a way which we could deal with. So yeah, I don't know. It's complicated. Yeah, the boys' comics were not good. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the show now. Like, I feel like the show has in many ways um, deteriorated, but at the same time, it was not super good. Sorry. Does anyone know a good anime I should watch after Kaiju number 8? This has left a hole inside of me, and I've already watched all the other ones people think are good. Oh, sorry to hear that, Chill. I bet it would have looked pretty good though. Oh, how'd you manage that stick? Multi-hair is interesting. You know how Blocks Fruits allows you to trade game passes? If I do add game passes into Superhero Life 2, I think I'd like to do that because then people can kind of like share it. Encourages people to be friends. Somebody who buys it can just kind of, swap it with someone else. Like you don't have to buy every game pass. You can kind of experience them. Um, you know, I think that's pretty interesting. I like that. Feels more pro-consumer. Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I actually might be I actually do the analytics for them. And so they're very nice people. Hope to work more with them in the future. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so crouch. How do I do this? Oh no, I can check explicitly, but that would probably not be professional to do. But yeah, the yeah, it's such an interesting, thing being on a game that big. Um, so, but yeah. Okay, so secondary sword one, sword two, one, gun two. So maybe that's how we do. Maybe we can have like priority levels. Okay, let's just. Ooh, nice. Zone's breaking down to rap lyrics again. That's great to hear. That honestly makes me feel really happy. That's my golden standard, honestly, for monetization. It's that you've monetized your game right when people are happy with what they've bought, and that's why I don't like loot boxes that much because I feel like it leads to a lot of people feeling miserable. Um, In-game trading is a mixed bag for me because on one hand, when it works, I think it could feel great. When it doesn't work, I think it leads to a bunch of scams and people just feeling bad. I think definitely being able to resell, that is something which gets really toxic really quickly. But trading, not as much, you know? Um, so crouch. Hmm, okay. All right, so I think I'm ready to jump into the code. All right, so primary, secondary. Okay, so I guess right arm. Now we can do primary, secondary. Jump. I think we can remove passive. Move, sprint, crouch. Okay. I'm really glad to hear that you're excited about it because I really enjoy working with them. So hopefully one day I can both be, someone who makes fun superhero life stuff and contributes to fun blocks fruit stuff. Um, yeah, if let's see. So moving, yeah, what my goal is to join the team of every game simultaneously. Just because I love game development and I hate it when games are made without me. So I have to join them all. That's just how it works. Let's see. Um, I think power state is probably something that was a mistake. Well, we can keep it because it's probably still useful, but we need to what we need is to make the priorities a little bit smarter. So, shoot. Okay, let me think. I'm just gonna delete it. I don't even want to read it. I just my understanding problem has changed so much that it feels like it would be too okay. Power controller service. Okay. Import package made. Uh, probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. As well as a service proxy. That's cool. I do like it when community art stuff really gets amped up. Let's see. So what am I doing here? Service proxy. You won the boss fight? Hey, good job, Squid Stick. Knew you could do it. I actually didn't, but you know, feels nicer to say that. Yeah, let's all do like the we should do like the end of Evangelion, like you did it, Squid Stick. We're all just clapping. I want that to happen in my life. That'd be so fun. Just everybody clapping for me. What wouldn't that be a good day? Just everyone clapping for you at all times. See, yeah, that's is that too much to ask for? Everyone praising me at all points of the day. Let's see. Thank you, heroes. You know, pushing me closer to that goal. Yeah, which boss did you face, Squid Stick? Um, well, if you like lag, you have come to the right place because you're talking to the developer of Superhero Life 3 and Mortal Metal. So, um, what was I doing? Okay, so we have these different things. Okay, so we have. Okay, so now let's check out the power data util. Okay, I'm just gonna delete. Okay, we're just going back on that. Okay, so now what should a power consist of? Hmm. Okay, so a power util get oh whoops. Um, what did I do? Did I just close VS Code? What keybind was that? Okay. It's weird. Let's see. Uh, that is, I do. You have to remind me of that when I'm working on bases. Reminding me of that when I'm working on powers is not going to change too much, admittedly. Um, it is so hot today. My goodness. The It's not what I want. Okay. Uh, Okay, so let's export a type. Export type action action requirements. Usage requirements. Okay. And then we're going to have that be a pseudo enum dot power slot type. I don't like the term power slot. Action. What action type? Okay, I gotta save it first. Yeah, well, let's see. I'm confused. What's happening in Mortal Metals code? It's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay, so function util get. Okay, and then for that, export type power Okay, so occupancy, equip requirements. Okay, so equip requirements. Okay, actions, export type, action data, trigger, action type. You're always saying a lot of words I don't understand. But I'm glad that you're helping each other out. Now that's the real superhero thing to do. Okay, so trigger. Okay. Okay, so now we have these different actions. Okay. Okay, did we ever decide on like a minimum requirement? That reminds me. So stylua. I wish that I could. Okay, so stylua, start ignore, stylua, ignore end. Okay. Let's just fix this because I just want to be able to read the header again, you know? It's just such a mess. Let's just stylua, ignore start. Stylua, ignore end. Yay! So now, let's run stylua again, see how it goes. Really? That's a pretty old song. Yay, so that kind of worked. Okay, so we're just going to have to go through and fix all of them. Oh well. And hmm, I look dirty? It's not a nice thing to say to someone. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay. I think we'll just keep the ignore end around here. So we'll just go through and hook that up every time we work on a script. Let's see. Let's also we can also put it in here. Really? I'll probably have a gray beard at some point. I already have a few gray hairs. Yeah. No, my dad has a sort of a salt and pepper thing going on. Let's see. Yeah. Well, hey, easier to imagine than to live it, I suppose. We all get there eventually. Okay, so what else is there? Okay, now that we've cleaned up things a little bit more. Sorry. I know this is not interesting. It's really annoying me. I just want I just want it to not mess up the requirements at the top. I would use the Roblox path-based one if I didn't not trust it to use direct indexes for everything, where on the client you always have to wait for child because the client doesn't always load in fast enough. So that's kind of annoying. Okay. All right. So anyway, Arcane was a pretty good show. Also, y'all never gave me new anime to watch. Come on, people. I'm dying here. Okay. So I think we have. No, gotcha. I have watched it. That was a very good show. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Better than the game by far, honestly. Because I felt like when I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I kind of got the theme of it. I was like, man, this city's awful. It just eats people up and spits them out broken. And like, trying to find your way in that kind of crazy situation. The game did not do that. And I feel like it's just a shame. It's like they had the opportunity to make a really cool game, and they instead made a very safe one. And they made it poorly, from what I remember. Hmm. I think here's my problem with the Cyberpunk game. They didn't use many systems, Like the GTA 5 cops are still smarter than the Cyberpunk cops. Like they made a very beautiful game and they made it better. They did make it better with the DLC. I have played the DLC, not all of it, but most of it. Um, a game should be about your decisions. And for that to really feel good, you have to make the world interactive. And they promised they'd do that, and they didn't, and that annoys me. What can I say? They lied to me. Yeah, they made it not buggy, and they made they fixed stuff. They rebalanced some stuff. They made it a better experience, but it still isn't the kind of breathing universe I was hoping for. Um, but yeah, let's see. Dequip. Um, okay, let's just go that route. Okay, test story. Okay, so now action data. Okay. Okay, so now let's try. I've got a new keyboard today. Feels great. Don't know if it's too annoying to listen to. If so, I do apologize, but not meant to fix it. Well, I think that the universe, the cyberpunk world, is one that's innately compelling. You know, I don't think that you're wrong for finding the game fun. I put 100 something hours into the game, maybe even 200. I don't dislike playing it. I dislike that it could have been so much better if they had just been a little bit more responsible at the earlier planning phases. You know, like they could have had at least a GTA 5 on their hands. You know, they could have totally done that, but they didn't, and I think that's disappointing. I do. I have. I'll probably play the sequel. They haven't lost me. They've just disappointed me. Like most discussions with my parents, you know, it's like still love me. Yeah, but you know, the let's see, action type. I hope that with the sequel, I think that them embracing Unreal Engine is a great move for them because I don't think they're responsible enough to not do that. I don't think they got enough out of making it from scratch, you know? Like they really should have just gone with Unreal to begin with. And in some ways I should be praising them because a lot of people, a lot of studios will just like they'll just never learn in a sense. They'll just always make that mistake. Let's see. Flight. Um, okay, so category, power, ID. Let's see. Natural flight. How does Superman fly? Is it like anti-gravity? Is it? It's like anti-gravity, right? Uh, um, there were some very funny bugs in the original superhero, the original Cyberpunk 2077 game. My favorite one was one where the guy was on the motorcycle, T poses, pants disappear, world explodes. Like that has got to be the most ridiculous bug I've ever seen, and it's in a game that's supposed to be like a power fantasy. It's like, wow, they did the opposite. It's very, very, very funny. Um, I guess it does speak to a competent game when the bugs themselves are entertaining. Um, let's see. All right. Sword, katana, katana, claws. And there it goes. Knife, trident, hammer. Okay. Knife, trident, hammer. Oh, that's not the good ending. Union Pacific, is that trains? I like trains. Ah, gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Thank you for being an ally to those enslaved, Hero. It was very nice of you. Let's see. Dual katana, claws, honor, knives. Would anybody ever want to dual trident? I don't know why I'm asking. Y'all just say yes to everything and be like, yes, we need it. Yeah, it's like every time I say like, should I port this to a Sony refrigerator? You'll be like, I refuse to play on any device that is not a Sony refrigerator. Uh, Thank you, heroes, for the sane response. Uh, um, I can kind of imagine dual hammers, but I also am fine without it. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to do dual hammers because then you could do like a spin move, I think. Um, but yeah, so library. Okay, so data util, power data. So has this ID. Okay, so sudo enum the power category type. Honestly, that would be quite funny as a bit. Though I am not going to make that happen. If y'all want to play Sony on a smart fridge, that's something y'all have to work out with an emulation thing. I am not making that an official thing. I'm not even sure if I want to have VR, because that's just that there are so, like, you think going from PC to mobile is hard. Anything to VR is a nightmare. It's just you almost always have to do it from a ground up uh, approach. Like it's just, and like barely anybody uses it, and it's just like oh well. Um, okay, so how about okay, I think I've figured out a lot of that stuff. Library. So data util actions. Types. Just going to delete that. Okay. Function. Okay. Really? I didn't know that. I guess they're kind of just, they're like antiques at this point, right? What's my favorite type of tea? Just tried passion fruit iced tea, green tea for the first time. It's amazing. Hmm. I don't really know. I guess I enjoyed chamomile. I don't have too many strong opinions on it, but I have enjoyed tea before. Um, Milk tea, I guess. Does that count? It's probably too generic. Uh, Taro milk tea. It's kind of just like a milkshake at that point, though. Um, okay. Table.freeze. We want to make sure that we don't accidentally change any of these. Table.clone. Table.freeze. I like doing this. This move feels forbidden, and it's just like fun every time. Um, for action list, action table.freeze, table.clone, action list, action, table.freeze. All right, yay! We've made an immutable data type. Um, yeah, okay. So now what we do is we make a lot of these. Hmm. Um, so let's just start with new power data, anti-gravity flight, flight. What requirements does it have? Move is equal to 1. Uh, Jump is equal to 0. Yeah, so basically, if you have something kind of blocking out moving and jumping, it'll be disabled in favor of that. Um, let's see. Maybe I should have like maybe instead of using numbers, I should actually use a action priority mandatory sec mandatory workable aesthetic. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I'll probably regret not using an enum later, but like for now, just having. Let me think for another second. Um, okay, let's just do that. Okay, action priority. I'm going to change these to instead do pseudo enum action priority. Okay, so now, okay, so pseudo enum mandatory mandatory because it needs to be triggered with a jump. So that should just lock out everything else. Um, sprint low priority. Um, jump jump equals function. Why is he yelling at me? What did I do wrong? Okay, there it is. All right. Enjoy Arcane, Impala. Let's see. It's finally cooling down a little bit. That's nice. Um, let's see. Pseudo enum action type jump action type move action type move type sprint pseudo enum move. Not sure I should have these be functions still. Oh my. R.I.P. that guy. Let's see. What are your computer specs? No, that's awful. This is an Aurora R15, I think. It's like it was the Alienware PC from 2015. That might not be that. I also have a laptop that I bought around that, which might be confusing it with, but like it's almost a decade old. I'm probably going to be replacing it soon. It has an okay graphics card and it has 24 gigabits of RAM, which isn't as much as it used to be. But yeah, like it gets the job done. Hey there, Buff. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see hmm, how much overall game progress is there? Um, Admittedly, if Ohio, the there isn't too much to show at this exact moment, but basically we're trying to make it so that we're trying to layer the power systems. We're trying to graph out exactly how, all these will fit together so that you can have like a gun in one hand, a sword in the other hand, and fly and stuff. Um, I can say that I got it in 2015. So I'm guessing a 2015 one. Um, yeah, let's see. How do I? Okay. I think I'm just going to have it so all these functions have to return a cleanup function, you know? Now the question is, what should be the minimum thing passed as the parameters? So we have character and scale. Okay, so let's do it this way. So power data combined with the character model and the scale. And that should be all right. Mm, so confusing. Let me. I'm going to try doing this with the swords instead. Sword, melee, hmm. And then what do I want to do? Okay, maybe instead. Final requirements, rec list, priority, and okay. So that looks all right. Hey, yay! It's starting to fit together again. Oh, let's have it return this one. And if I understand correctly, the requirements one should actually be angry at me. Why is it not? That's because it's loading. Okay. string type secondary. See a squid stick? Oh yeah. Thank you, heroes. I'll do my best to follow the train. I'll do my best. Let's see. It might be ending soon, honestly. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, so okay, so powers, power, power data, powers, power data. Um, Maybe I'll just have one called index instead of sending it twice. Index, character model, scale number, and then just pop this into everything. Oh, whoops, put in the wrong function. It's embarrassing. So that needs to become this, needs to become this. Okay, so jump, move, sprint and move. Okay, I think okay, so I think we've got a pretty basic starting to this. I think I'm going to pause for here tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a fun little stream. I think I feel a little more confident with this direction for organizing the power stuff. Um, yeah, we'll just have to see. Just gonna quickly comment some stuff so I don't forget. Okay, so hey, all right. Well, thank y'all so much. I will see y'all next time. Peace.